I know it's your show. Who's the best head coach in the history of the NFL?
Well, it's got to be Bill Belichick now.
Yeah. Got to give it to him.
You want to give it to Gibbs, though, don't you? I like it.
Bill Walsh is up there.
And do you
sleep on him a little bit?
Are you leaning?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is against Belichick. I played for him. He's probably the most impressive coach, game plan-wise, that I played for. But for me, I look at what Gibbs did. And I played for Gibbs in 2007 until I got hurt against the Ravens in the preseason. But I look at what Gibbs did. 3 Super Bowls with three different quarterbacks that are not Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy and will never be duplicated. So I understand Belichick's had more sustained success. I will also say this, though. Then Gibbs came back and went to the playoffs with Mark Brunell and Jason Campbell / Todd Collins the year I was on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's at least, I don't know, he probably went to the playoffs 1 year with Schrader too, but that's at least 5 different quarterbacks that Gibbs took to the playoffs, 3 of which he won Super Bowls with, none of whom are really even close to being Hall of Famers.
That's
true. I mean, as great as Belichick is, he's doing it with a guy that clearly is the best quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
And even Bill Walsh had it with Montana. I would even give some props to Parcells for turning around 4 different teams. But to me, I'm still going with Gibbs, and I'm surprised. I'm talking to D.C. guys, and even you guys won't go that way.
I just think it comes down.
I like the argument.
I just think it comes down to hardware when you start listing greatest of all time. You talk about Brady. I mean, there was a debate before Brady won this 5th one.
And Belichick, look.
But when you win number 5, Ross, there's no debate.
And early years of Brady. Well, he wasn't carrying the team. It was a totally different type of Brady in those early years. He was more of game manager, and they had a great defense. And I'll say this, when Brady went down that 1 year, they were 11-5. And this year, Brady misses 4 games, they're 3-1.
I understand that. I understand that. But we have, 4 years of Cleveland where he was the head coach, and they went to the playoffs once.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have 2000 with Bledsoe in New England, didn't go to the playoffs.
Yep.
2001, they weren't really playing that well until Brady went in there. And, yes, they went 11-5 with Matt Castle, and, yes, they went 3-1 this year with Garoppolo and Brissett. But that's not getting to the playoffs. It's not winning playoff games. It's not winning championships. Look, all I want is for Brady and Belichick to break up like tomorrow for 3 years so we can see both those guys do it other places.
It's annoying that they keep winning. I get it. Hey, I wanted to ask you about a couple of the plays. And Steve Young and Trent Dilfer were very critical of Kyle Shanahan, the play calling. You saw the game. You saw the plays. I'm sure you saw the criticism. But, when Jones catches that ball and they're on the 22 or 23, they still got aggressive instead of running some clock, kicking that field goal to go up 11. Do you blame Kyle Shanahan? And if you do, where does Dan Quinn stand here? I mean, Dan Quinn is the head coach. He's got to say, Kyle, let's run the ball. Let's burn some clock here. That's the way I feel.
I would say, if I'm cutting up the blame pie, if you will, I'd probably put it at about 50% Dan Quinn, 25% Kyle Shanahan, 25% Matt Ryan. I mean, if you're Matt Ryan, you cannot take that sack there, dude. I mean, you're the MVP of the league. You cannot take that sack. You cannot take that sack, period. I don't care what you do. You can't take that sack. So he gets some of it. Kyle, I didn't like the decision to throw the ball, but he's aggressive. That's what he does. I mean, part of the reason why they were even there down at the 22-yard line is on the first down of that drive, hit a play-action pass. Devontae Freeman was wide open for about 40 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Then he has Ryan throw the ball to Julio down the field. I mean, that's kind of who he is, which is why I give the biggest slice of blame pie to Dan Quinn, because he knows what Kyle Shanahan's like. He knows he's aggressive. He knows that's his mindset. So then it's got to be on Dan Quinn to say, hey, Kyle, let's be careful here. Let's be a little conservative here. The one that annoyed me more was with 8 minutes left.
3rd and 1.
When it's 26-12 game. No, 16-point game, 28-12 game. 3rd and 1. The Falcons are averaging over 6 yards a carry, and they're in the shotgun. Devontae Freeman misses the block, Matt Ryan gets hit by Hightower and fumbles. Literally the only thing you couldn't do there. You're averaging 6 yards a carry. Why are you in the shotgun? If anything, play action. First of all, run it. But second of all, okay, play action pass. Use the fact that your run game's been so successful. And then again, Freeman can't miss the block, and Matt Ryan has to have better ball security. You know, I wrote my article on it this week. The Falcons got let down by the 3 people, Quinn, Shanahan, and Ryan, that had the most with them being there in the first place. Just totally unacceptable from all 3 of them in the fourth quarter.